Let's run away to faraway places. Escape from this life we have known. Your eyes are new worlds to discover. Your heart is the place I call home. The sun is fading and the years have all gone. I will still be waiting to lead you through the night. So let's run away to faraway places. Escape from this life we have known. Your eyes are new worlds to discover. Your heart is the place I call home. Let's run away to faraway places. We'll make a new life of our own. Your eyes are new worlds to discover. Your heart is the place I call home. Whoa.
All right, Big Rock fans, welcome back to the Dockside Sunbrella Studio here as we continue our coverage on day 2 of the 63rd annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. Tommy Bennett here again with you, and I'm pleased to be joined for this segment by the mayor of Morehead City, Mr. Jerry Jones. Jerry, it's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for taking your time to be here. Let's talk about the relationship between the town of Morehead City and the Big Rock. It's a pretty good one, isn't it?
Well, Tommy, yeah, and thank you for having me here. It's always a pleasure. I enjoyed being together with you and some of the other members of Big Rock this morning, and appreciate the opportunity this afternoon to represent Morehead City and talk about this relationship. And yeah, Morehead City. I mean, you got to go back over 60 years to think about the Big Rock and Morehead City. So we've been married a long time.
Yes, we have.
So
yes,
we know each other by now, and there's
as long as you've been alive, I understand, right?
Yeah, the Big Rock, the first Big Rock was founded the year I was founded.
There you go. I understand. I understand. Yeah, you know, and Jerry, the tournament kind of had its beginnings on the eastern end of the waterfront over by the yacht basin. Has kind of, it's kind of worked its way west, hasn't it? 2 or 3 blocks at a time. And here we sit at the new Big Rock Landing. That's really, I think, a testament to the Big Rock, but even more so to the foresight of the town of Morehead. When you look out around us and see, you know, the fountain, the statue, the Big Rock, all this huge decking out over the water where Otis's used to be. I know you've got a great sense of pride. It happened on your watch. Tell us a little bit about that too. How did it come about?
Well, and also I like to talk about legacies before we, you know, always look forward to the future, but not expense of your past. And yeah, Morehead City growing up had a working waterfront. A lot of sports fishing boats down here, and a lot of watermen that just made their living off the water. Mm-hmm. And down on this end of Evans Street at the Jib, that's my earliest memories of where our largest fishing fleet sat, the Dolphin Lucky 7 fishing fleet.
Mm-hmm.
And but there were other charter boat captains and other captains, and I'm thinking of a lot of them, but I don't want to start naming them because I know I'll forget
we'll
some
forget
of them.
somebody.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
We're not doing that. But you talked about Cap Modest and just being that his legacy on the Morehead City waterfront and the Jib being a focal point of sports fishing in the 60s and 70s, and with the support and the guidance of the Big Rock and the success of the Big Rock tournament, we just thought this would be a fitting place for it. And so that's when we started laying the groundwork.
Yeah, and you know, I comment from time to time that the Big Rock tournament kind of engaged in a little bit of economic development work. It seems like, you know, when we bought the lot for our current building, where we built a building, you know, that was kind of a leap a little bit, and you know, and the town comes right behind us, and all of this gets redeveloped, just an extension of what had happened in front of the sanitary, you know, the redevelopment of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
and the wharf-front, the waterfront, the beautiful light poles, you know, extended now all the way down in front of the Basque Hotel, right up to the Promised Land. So, you know, boy, it certainly has transformed in my lifetime too. I'm not nearly as old as you, but it's changed a lot in my lifetime.
Catching up.
We're still growing old at the same rate, Jerry. I hate to tell you, but it has transformed in our lifetime. I look at the fountain too, Jerry, and I think about it. Just a case study in persistence from the Big Rock standpoint. I know you're not privy to that, but it was an idea that's had been knocked around for years and years and years, and we kind of just hung in there, and things really came together, you know. And I think about it now as one of the focal points of Carteret County, one of the most photographed images and spots in Carteret County. It's right here on your Morehead City waterfront.
It is. It's an international exhibit on the Morehead City waterfront. And all dreams, all plans, especially at the government level, and even with community organizations, they have to start at the planning stages. And sometimes it takes longer than we expect it to. But luckily, we have some people that hang around long enough and be on the board long enough or elected long enough that they can help make these ideas, these dreams come true.
Sure.
And then sometimes, although the town, we've been talking about developing this area of the jib for many years, the tipping point is when the Big Rock organization came to us and say, we've got these ideas, we want to home base here and build our office, and we want to be a part of this development. So that was the tipping point of that pendulum that got us moving in the development of this. So that's how things happen.
Yeah, and I said it today. I've had a busy day. I was the program at the noon Rotary Club, and I commented. I said, you know, working together works. It's how the tournament started. The group of fabulous fishermen working together with people in town and restaurants and the charter fleet. Working together works. And like you say, if you stick with it long enough, you can see great things happen. So tell us about the town of Morehead City today. Coming out of COVID, I know, or going in, there was some concerns like you shared with other municipalities. But we've come out of it pretty well. Tell us about Morehead City today.
I think Morehead City, we've done well. As a rule, good people of Morehead City are optimist people. We tend to look on the bright side of things. If we get knocked down, we jump back up and try to figure out what happened, and we try to do better the next time. And I think that's why we were able to be resilient during the COVID pandemic. We were as cautious as anybody. We kept our distance. We washed our hands. We kept our faces covered up, but we kept moving forward. We didn't go hunker down and hide in a corner somewhere. We just kept moving forward, not just as a government, but as a community.
Sure we did.
And we came out of this, and it's a testimony that you can work together, you can keep each other safe, and keep moving forward. As I've told many people over this past year pandemic, yes, it is about our personal health, but we also have an economic health. We have a mental health we have to take care of, and these are things we just need to stay active and stay normal.
Yeah, the Big Rock tournament did the same thing last year. We're sitting there in April, and you're saying, what we've made all these plans to have a big tournament. What are you going to do? Do we have it or not? And I tell you, I was really proud of our organization to say, we're going to have a tournament, and it seemed like it was a great. It turns out it was a great decision, but the timing just seemed to be just right. People were kind of ready to bust loose a little bit, and they were anxious, antsy, whatever that is, and the town worked with us, and I think last year went off very well, and I think really a lot of what we did last year, we are reaping the benefits of this year. Record turnout here in the 63rd tournament. And we certainly appreciate the town working with us last year, because I think it catapulted us to success this year. So, Jerry, well, it's always a pleasure seeing you. I was born one block from where we sit right here. Morehead City is my home.
I was born 3 blocks.
Yeah, and I'm awful proud, proud to say that I'm from Morehead City, and certainly glad to have you as our mayor, and glad to have you with us. A great friend of the Big Rock. You in your role, you in your private role as a citizen here, and certainly as a representative of the town of Morehead City. So thank you from the Big Rock tournament for everything you do for us, and we certainly are proud to call Morehead City home.
Well, we're proud you're calling Morehead City home. And just as a close, Morehead City and the Big Rock's relationship does not begin and end on this waterfront. You look all around town, and you see the impact Big Rock has, just not with Morehead City, but with other organizations around here. And as people know, we have a baseball team now. I call it Collegiate Wooden Bat Baseball Team, named the Marlins. We have a state-of-the-art baseball facility, the Big Rock Stadium at Puck O'Neill Field. And so there's a lot of opportunity that we can continue working together. Yeah. But the last comment I want to make is I was just very proud of the Big Rock last night when I was watching the live stream. And when you think of the Big Rock, you think about all these large boats and people that have plenty of time and plenty of resources to go fishing. And you interviewed 3 young men last night that was the first time they had ever fished in salt water. And it was a dream of a lifetime for them, and I'm sure it's gave them some ambition to go more and to support the Big Rock and other saltwater events in the future. So yeah, never ever forget the little guy, and you get the opportunity to take a young person out fishing, take them out fishing.
Yeah, no truer words have been spoken than that. If you get a chance to take a kid fishing, absolutely do it. Well, Jerry, thank you for those kind words. We're ending on a great positive note, and that makes me feel good too. So stay with us here as we wrap it up with the mayor, the Honorable Jerry Jones here of Morehead City. Yeah, I'm missing the First Lady of Morehead too. I'm glad Ruth is doing okay. But Jerry, again, thank you for being with us. We certainly appreciate it. As we wrap it up here, the initial segments of our ongoing coverage of the 63rd Annual Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. Natural is on the way to the scales here. Promises to be quite an affair this afternoon here at Big Rock Landing. Stay with us.
A trivia question. Out of all the boats fishing in the tournament this year, how many Jarrett Bay hulls do we have? Raise your hand if you've got a guess. Not 270. How many Jarrett Bay hulls are fishing?
No.
24. You're close. 22 and 24 are very close. 21. We have a winner.
All right, come on down and we'll get you a prize pack.
Here you go. And what's your name?
Preston Anderson.
And where are you from?
Wilson.
Wilson. Nice. A local North Carolina.
All right, you guys, we still have a lot of action happening here soon. We'll have the marlin coming to the scales, a lot of game fish to be weighed in. So you guys stay tuned for all the action right here on Big Rock TV at Big Rock Landing.
Pounds right out of the gate, he'll be awarded $828,750. That's a lot of cash. A lot of cash. Might pay for that boat or a little bit of it. All right, I've got a small T-shirt. Steve, our artist, who did the Big Rock Big Heroes portraits in the painting that we gave to the military members and our Big Rock Big Hero yesterday. Steve, is this the actual? This is a different design. Come over here. Yeah, one of your logo shirts. You cannot buy this. Steve Goyon, he is a marine artist. He travels all over the world. And he did the logo for the Big Rock Big Heroes plaques that we gave to, in case you're not familiar with Big Rock Big Heroes, there were 6 military guys that went out yesterday, and they have to be nominated by someone, and they get to go out on the boat, and one of the boats caught a fish yesterday, so it was kind of cool. And Steve has given me a T-shirt. This is his own design, and I need a child size. I need a child size. I see some kids out there. Is anybody having a birthday today? Does anybody have a birthday in June? Does he have a birthday in June? This one has a birthday in June? Let me see. Come up here. I need to check your driver's license. Can you show me your driver's license? What is your name? Come up here. Do you want this T-shirt? I'm going to give it to somebody else then. You don't want it? Okay. All right, bye. You want it? You like this T-shirt? You think it'll fit you? You might need to grow a little bit. Come here. Tell me your name.
Brindy.
I can't hear you. You got to shout it out so all these nice people can hear you.
Brindley.
Brandy? Brindley. How old are you? 3? Wow, you're a big 3. When's your birthday? Is that your brother right there?
Safety message.
I think it might fit him better. You want me to give it to him? No, I'm not giving it to you. Come on, man. All right, here's your T-shirt, Brindley. Happy. What's the date of your birthday? Man, she snatched it right out of my hand. June 27th. All right, good.
Yeah, Henry, keep right on going there for a second, but just let me give you a little bit of weather warning, please. I know I don't need to tell you, but you can look over here to the north, and you can hear it. A little bit of weather coming. So the local authorities here have just said, Tommy, if you could just advise everyone that we might have some weather coming. If you need to seek a little bit of shelter, the best place to do so is in your car, and if you need to make a dash for it, make a little plan to get out of here if you need to. We don't want anybody to get hurt or injured here this afternoon. We're all here to have a good time. We don't want anything to interrupt that, including the weather. But have a plan in mind, and just be aware that you might need to seek a little bit of shelter here. So get your weather app out and kind of look at it. Pay attention to what's going on. If we hear anything, we'll certainly pass it along to you. Let's also talk about what to expect when the natural gets here. I'm going to tell you, the louder you cheer, the heavier that fish is going to be. So we want to welcome them to Big Rock Landing in an appropriate fashion. I don't have one of those applause sticks, but y'all need to welcome them appropriately to Big Rock Landing. We'll kind of help you with that a little bit too. Henry explained the 500-pound fish category. There's a lot of money at stake here, and hopefully we will see an awful lot of excitement here shortly as it starts to rain. So I'm going to go seek a little bit of shelter. Y'all stick with us the very best that you can. I do think you're going to see something really special here happen at Big Rock Landing here shortly. So stay with us.